In this video, the intention is to show some examples of postures or positions of the body to invite the tremors elicited during TRE into the chest, shoulders, and upper back. As a precursor, I've already done the 7 priming exercises to make it easier to bring on the tremors. Starting from the butterfly position, I slowly bring my knees closer and closer to generate that tremoring mechanism. If you've watched any of my other videos, you might see a pattern in that I tend to tremor for 10 to 15 seconds in the groin muscles, the adductors, before it will move up into the pelvis and abdominal region like it is now. And this is just my own process of inviting the tremors to move through my body. So we're going to see if we can bring the tremors to the front of the chest by holding and hugging the elbows while they point towards the ceiling. Now I've done quite a bit of this practice, so I find it easier to bring this on than maybe someone would for the first time. I definitely find it's the pectoralis major and pectoralis minor muscles in the front of the chest that start to get a little bit more active with this posture change. You can also see muscles in the abdomen working quite hard. So I made a little change here where I'm grasping my hands and trying to pull apart. It didn't really seem to make much of a difference. And then I tried to push my palms together, and that definitely worked to speed up the intensity. I guess really it would be the frequency of experiencing the tremors in not only the legs, but also the arms. I'm just getting a couple tremors into the abdominal region, queuing up into the left pectoral muscles. So by rotating the chest slightly to the right, you can really encourage the left pectoral muscles on the front of the chest to start activating a little bit more. Straightening out the arm tends to bring it down, and bringing the right hand towards the abdomen helps to bring the right pectorals more into the picture. I probably could have used a pillow underneath my head here for this tremoring session, but it felt relatively comfortable keeping it on the ground. Spinning over to prone or lying face down. This is a position I find really helpful for activating through the upper traps on the top of the shoulders. I'll often bend my knees to about 90 degrees to help bring on the tremors. Moves up through the hamstrings to the low back and upper back. And as you can see, my shoulders are sort of bouncing up and down towards my head. And depending on the position of my hands, we can speed up or slow down the tremors in the upper traps of the shoulder. I find if you're in this position, lying face down for several minutes, it can be a little bit uncomfortable on the neck. So every so often, just make sure that you turn your neck from one side to the other. For my own body, I find lying face down and activating through the trunk and the top of the shoulders, the upper traps, is a really effective way to get a release on the back of the body. Slowing things down, I pull my toes out underneath me, push my heels out straight, come up into a cobra pose briefly, and then finish this brief session. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and be sure to subscribe.